Deal says football should be played outside. I'm also in favor of bringing back smoking in basketball arenas.
I'm all for that, too, dude. Light up a heater in the 200 level. Let's do it.
A photo with Bill Russell, and the photo clearly shows cigarette smoke all over the arena.
You know, sometimes you just need to take a little bit of the edge off.
How about this one? I think we need to carve out an entire segment to it. It's just it's a remarkable turnaround. Mike Sando points out that Sam Darnold's production plus 0.47 in EPA per pass play yesterday.
Okay,
expected points added.
You're getting very nerdy with me here.
I know, but EPA is a big one for them in the analytics community. It's a good thing. This is a great thing. Plus 4.47.
The nerds also all told me that Geno was better than Darnold, but I digress.
Not all the nerds.
A lot of the nerds. A lot of the nerds.
Okay. Can I get through my stats?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
You sound like a nerd.
I am a nerd.
You want a dome? Look at the nerd over here wanting domes.
I do want to.
Play football outside like a man.
They didn't want to play football outside, and they are.
They were loving it. They were doing snow angels.
No, they weren't.
Enjoying every second.
I thought they would do the AFC title trophy indoors like they used to do back in the 90s.
Nah, did you see Drake May didn't even know what to do with the trophy? They handed it to him, and he was like,
it's because he shouldn't have been talking. They should have handed it to any defensive player and like, you guys won the game. Good job.
Handed to.
He threw for 86
They should have gone and found the bill that hurt Bo Nix, and then they handed him the trophy. The guy who broke his ankle. Here you go. You're the reason New England's here.
Well, they would have handed that coincidentally to Sean Payton. Hey. What are you running your quarterback for?
Well, yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, I digress.
Darnold's .47 EPA per pass play.
Very good.
Was not only fourth best by any Seahawk quarterback in 30 playoff games this century. It was better than any Minnesota quarterback has managed in the postseason since the Wilf family purchased them 2 decades ago.
It stinks, dude. I mean, he was, whatever metric you want to use, he was great. I think somebody said he was in the 91st percentile of quarterback performances in terms of how good you could expect your guy to play. And it's like, it just is a great reminder, and I hope that we don't do. I certainly think Seattle's going to win the Super Bowl. We'll see. It's 2 weeks away. We got a long time to preview that.
We'll get into that.
I think they're the better team,
today,
right?
Yeah.
But can I please beg the audience and the crowd to not do something? We are living in a moment where Sam Darnold was just elite in a big game.
He was great.
He was phenomenal yesterday.
No complaints.
It is another prime example of it's not that he can't, it's that he hasn't. So last year, he gets 2 moments in games like this. How did they go?
They didn't go well.
They were disastrous. They got killed. It was embarrassing.
They did win 14 games,
They did. They ran him out of town because those 2 games went bad, and we drafted a quarterback in the first round, and it was, so you ran him out because you can't win the big game. Look at that. Can't make the big throw. And then a year later, he does. If they somehow lose the Super Bowl, mark my words, the conversation will flip back to, see, told you Darnold couldn't do it, when those people are going to shut the hell up for the next 2 weeks. So it's another great example of it's just that he hasn't done it yet. And to his credit, man, like, they needed him to play at a high level. It wasn't the first game where he throws 4 picks and you're like, damn, we had a 60-yarder to win it. Or the second game where he was really shaky for about 3 quarters, and then all of a sudden you get a punt return and you're like, hey, we might win this game. He was phenomenal from start to finish in that game, and one of the primary reasons that they won, and he deserves his flowers.
And there were a number of times where they had him on the little rollouts or he got a little pressure, had to get flushed out.
He's good on those rollout throws.
But he didn't force it. I mean, a couple of times he ripped it and got some, first downs, but he was more than happy to hit Barner or whoever that was in the flat for take 5, 6, 7 yards. And I think that's where he's made the biggest progress is you don't have to be a hero on every play.
No,
it's not that you can't be a hero when you got to make a throw. But you don't have to be a hero on every play.
He had 2 throws in the game that I said, he had one in the first half that almost got picked, and then ironically the next play threw a touchdown. And you're like, okay, well, just totally redeemed yourself there. And then the one to Shaheed along the sideline that should have been a defensive pass interference call.
I thought it was uncatchable.
I thought it was catchable because the ball hit him in the helmet. So but
he was he's like stretched.
Guys
out of
make
bounds.
incredible catches. I just am saying,
But that was a throw where only his guy was going to get it, or it was incomplete.
It just floated a little bit on him. That was the only other one. The biggest thing, or one of the most untalked about things out of the game for me, was how efficient and incredible they were, particularly Sam Darnold in third down.
Yeah.
How many times did they get into a 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 10, and he'd find a way to calmly stand in the pocket. The offensive line did a great job protecting him, and you'd pick up 13 yards and you needed 12. They did it time and time and time again.
When you have a receiver who might put his name in the I'm the best receiver in the NFL category, go for 10 catches, 155 yards.
It helps a lot when you got one-handers out there.
Yeah, dude, that one-handed catch.
Yeah, that was phenomenal. That was a
Seahawks
third down
were
conversion.
7 for 13 on third down. They did not They did not attempt a fourth down conversion.
No. And the Rams were 1 for 8.
Rams were 1 for 8.
I mean, that's kind of like the NBA equivalent of like, what's the 3-point percentage?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, the team that was better won. Like, it's kind of the same thing most of the time, I think, in that league.
One team was 46%, the other one was 22%. I wonder who won the game.
Brady had a really funny moment on the broadcast. He got sacked kind of late. I think it was by Fisk. He got sacked. And as they're replaying in slow-mo, and he's like, I've been there, Sam. I've been in that club.
Yeah, he said,
I know how hard that
He
is.
said, I prefer the plays where we block the defensive tackles. You know, I was always a fan when we called that play.
Did you like Brady?
I thought Brady's been fine
I
this
thought Brady
year.
was really good in that game.
It's getting a little over the top now where it's like Brady, so we have to be like overly.
Can he come up with a different word, though, than miscommunication? He must have said that
He probably used it a lot in his
60
career.
times.
A lot of those, a lot of KBs. Those are my only nitpicks.
It's his boy.
It's KB.
I call you Dirt.
KB.
I don't call you Andy.
KB. So that's my only critique. It's still Tom Brady. I still hate him.
Yeah,
but
it's
he's doing better at his job.
Here's a fun fact, too, about Sam Darnold. So you give him all the credit in the world today, right? They made timely plays on all sides, every facet, every group made some kind of impact in this game, right? It's a team game. Sam Darnold needs even more flowers today, not only for his performance. Seattle's defense ranked number 1 in EPA per play during the regular season. They finished the game at minus 0.25 per EPA on defense in that game. If you're curious what that means, that ranks last among 52 winning teams in conference championship games since 2000. You quite literally saw one of the worst defensive performances in conference championship game history for a team that won the game.
Yeah.
So the defense has gotten most of the credit along the way, even though he had a good year.
Yeah.
Yesterday, in your biggest moment to get to another Super Bowl with an opportunity to win 2 of them things, Sam Darnold delivered far more than the defense. The defense was, I thought, not good.
I mean, Stafford lit him up just like he did last time he was there.
They had the big play in the big
and they got
defense,
stops when they needed to hold him to threes.
They made the key stops when the Rams didn't.
Here was
Mike
McDonald on Sam Darnold's performance.
300 and something yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Every time they went and scored again, he came back, made some big time throws on 3rd down, 2-minute drive, 4-minute drive. The guy barely practiced all week, you know. Just really happy for him. He deserves it. Just been a rock for us the whole year, so just really happy for him.
Yep, and he's led him back to the Super Bowl, and here we are, year 2, Mike McDonald, Seattle Seahawks. John Schneider's put together a hell of a roster.
Yeah.
And they become victorious over the L.A. Rams in the NFC title game.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more angles to this game. The Schneider one is a pretty big one. He's a guy who even us were wondering aloud 18 months ago, like, hey, how long is this guy going to get to live in the windfall of a Super Bowl that happened a decade ago? And is it time for a change? He became the first GM in NFL history to reach multiple Super Bowls with the same organization while having a different head coach and no players from the previous Super Bowl team. It's just remarkable. It's a completely different team.
If he wins, if Schneider and the Seahawks get this,
he's a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer if he win the game.
Like, that's what's on the line with this for some of these guys.
It's just, GMs don't get usually that long of a runway to live out another iteration of a build, if you will.
Sure.
And then you think back. I mean, these two teams who were going to play each other in a couple of weeks, they fired legendary coaches.
Yeah.
Belichick, maybe not a firing, whatever the terminology they wanted to use. We know how that went behind. Was it technically firing? I couldn't remember. It was a parting of ways or whatever.
Yeah, maybe they let it be that.
They moved on from Super Bowl winning legendary coaches, arguably the 2 best coaches that either team is, well, not arguably on New England side, but Carroll, Holmgren. I guess I'd give Carroll the edge there.
I think Carroll for people.
He won one and got to another one. And they moved. Those are not easy decisions to make. And here we are 2 years later for both of them back in the Super Bowl.